How's that looking? I think it's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I'll leave it right there.
Have you
Are we
been have you
recording?
been enjoying the weather?
Dude, but are we recording right now?
We may or may not be recording.
I was saying I got back from the Outer Banks yesterday. So
What? How was
I
that?
am I am enjoying the weather. It was kind of cold, honestly.
Uh,
But there was a few days that were really nice.
you
But
said you saw those bears and that red wolf?
yeah, so that's what I was hoping we could talk about today.
Dude,
Let me
dive
dive.
right into it.
All right. First of all, Outer Banks, overrated beach. All the people who go there, there's so many better beaches on the East Coast you could go to. But in the
Atlantic
off
City.
season, exactly. In the off season, you can off season it's great. There's no people. It's close to the DMV. It's only 4.5 hours. Isn't that crazy?
That is
Four and
pretty
a half hours.
wild.
Yeah. So I was kind of shocked. So things were going good. And then we discovered that at 50 minutes away from the Outer Banks, there's a place called Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. I didn't think anything of it, but we went on YouTube. We saw something about you could see bears there. We're like, you can't see bears at the beach. That's impossible, right? Like, you're not seeing bears at the beach in North Carolina. And then we saw this YouTube video of this old guy. The video was super niche, had like 100 views. And this guy was like, no, no, like these are the biggest black bears in the world. They all concentrate in this one spot. He zoomed in on Google Maps, looked at like a couple of roads that you could go to. He's like, go here, here, you'll see these animals. So me and my brother, we were skeptical, but we're like, all right, like, what else are we gonna do? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
We drive 50 minutes. There's no like signs for this place. It's literally just you follow Google Maps and it's a pull off on the side of a road and it's only dirt roads. And I feel like the actual property line is pretty big of Alligator River, but it's just dirt roads. Um, there's like a couple farms that are on the property, and it's just like corn. So there's like,
Huh.
you know, tractor down cornfields when we got there. We drove for like 40. It's similar to the road at like the Ball Knob Dirt Road at Virginia Tech, kind of like that.
Uh-huh.
So we're driving, maybe like 30 minutes go by, 40 minutes go by. We see nothing. We're like, all right, this is like kind of what we expected. And
Yeah.
then first black bear appears just on the road, like 200 feet
Whoa.
away. And we're like, oh, holy, like there are bears. This is crazy. Pulled up right next to it in our car. You can't really hike there. Like it wouldn't make sense to hike there where you can just
Mm.
drive around. So we were in a car the whole time. We pulled up right next to this black bear. It was hard to photograph because the brush is really thick, but
Yeah.
we were right next to it. And so these bears, all they eat is soybeans and the corn that grows on the farms. They don't hibernate here, and they're the biggest black bears in the world. They can get up to 800 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
So we saw the bears and we were like aren't they supposed to be scrawny? Like why are they massive? But then we realized they didn't hibernate. So we saw a bear. That was crazy. Then like 10 minutes later, another bear appears, 2 times bigger, walks across the road. We're like, wow. So we pull up to it, and then we saw it go in the bush, but as soon as we pull up to it, it was gone because the brush is too thick. So like, okay, there are bears here. This is crazy. And then another 15 minutes go by. We're like, it's kind of like a big maze, like which ways you can go. There's not really directions. So we were like, let's go this way. Pull around. I reverse because I see on the other road, there's also, we saw maybe 2 cars there the whole time. There's 2 cars that were like stopped with their brake lights on. So we're like, all right, go check that out. We pull up, big old black bear just sitting on a log right next to the road. And this spot was like a little bit more open.
Uh-huh.
Um, Big bear. That was the one I sent a video of, just hanging out right next to us.
Wow.
We kind of got a good distance away just so we could like look at it. this German couple pulled up right next to it. And she was like, "Oh, Hans, look at the bear. It's very nice." And she was 2 feet away from it. She just opened the door. The bear was right there. I thought she was gonna die.
Wow.
So that was bear number three. At this point, it's getting dark. Within the next 20 minutes, we saw three bears like wandering in like the fields, like the cornfields, just
Hmm.
hanging out. And then the other thing we heard was that there's red wolves. Red wolves, there's about 30 left in the entire United States. Like they're highly endangered. And we were like apparently this is the place you can see them. So we were driving around. We were satisfied because we saw six bears at this point in a 2 hour span.
Wow.
And yeah, we were like, all right, like we didn't see the wolf. That's fine. It's sun is set, still a little bit bright out. I'm about to turn
Yeah.
around, maybe a football field away, a little closer in. I thought I saw something dash across. And I was like, I think I saw something. So turned back around, went to the spot, drove up like a minute on this road. We get there, saw nothing. We're like, all right, like I think my eyes were just playing a trick on me. High beams are on. As I turn the car to go back around, red wolf standing like 40 feet in front of the high beams in the car. And
Oh my
we both
gosh.
were like, that's and the reason. So the red wolf, it's like a big dog. It's not massive. It kind of could look like a coyote. The
Uh-huh.
reason we knew it was red wolf though, because they're endangered, they have trackers on some of the collars. So
Yeah.
this one had like a tracker on it. So we were like, all right, that's obviously it. So then it runs away. We chase after it in the car, and it kind of goes in the brush. We stand right next to it, or we're in the car right next to it, and
Yeah.
we got a good like 20 to 30 seconds of it. Like the wolf was looking at us, we were looking at the wolf, maybe like 30 feet away. It was in the bushes. And then, as the sun is setting, the wolf ran off into the field.
Wow.
And then we were like, wow, this is the biggest hidden gem on the East Coast.
What is it? Alligator River?
Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge, 50 minutes away from Duck, North Carolina.
River. Next time I'm down there, I'm gonna have to go. Oh my gosh.
You can look up like the
Here,
video. It's crazy what these bears are.
here, we'll pull up the video for the pod, man.
Yeah.
Um, dude, it's crazy that it's like there because people think there isn't shit on the East Coast. People are like, there's nothing good on the East Coast. Everything has already been found, everything is documented, right?
Yeah.
But then here's a spot where, like, with like this, you know, Rogan's
Hi-
not talking about this place.
Highest concentration of black bears on the East Coast.
Wow. Oh my
So
gosh.
so zoom in. Wait, yeah, go to the island to the next of it. Is that it? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you see those fields on that island that looks like Michigan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that. The fields, right where your mouse is right now, that is where we saw the red wolves and three black bears.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
like the hot spot. And then kind of just these other roads we just kind of meandered around. Ironically, like it's actually kind of rare to see an alligator in Alligator River.
Huh.
We saw we were not seeking them out. That's not what we cared about. However,
Yeah.
I didn't actually see one. My brother thought he saw one in one. You're driving next to water the whole time. There's like these little canal things,
Yeah.
but he thought he saw one. We didn't really care about him at that point.
I mean,
Amazing
but this is
spot.
probably like they're probably stuck here because I mean, look at this canal.
I mean,
I
bears can
think,
swim.
or yeah, or maybe they like the spot where they're at. Maybe they.
I mean, they love it's hot year round, and they have unlimited food because like their farms are there.
Wow, that's crazy,
It's
man. That seems like kind of like a very remote. It's like it's probably more remote than the the Pine Barrens, like because that's
Yeah,
another super remote place on the East Coast, but I can't believe there's like a crazy endangered species there. Wait here,
yeah.
let me find the alligator. What is it called again? Alligator River.
Alligator River
Find
National
the video of
Wildlife
this
Refuge.
guy. Oh, it's NWF. That's the name of the river. Reptile enthusiast.
Try it out. I
Yeah,
don't even.
let me know if this is the video, man.
It was it was pretty niche. I don't know, but give it a try. I mean, like any of them will do. Like, look at these bears.
That's a big ass bear.
They're they can get up to 800 pounds here, which is crazy. And like the ones we saw in March, like they're pretty big. That's
Oh,
the red wolf right
there's the
there.
red wolf.
Oh
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah, it's like these bears walking in the field. And also, originally I thought if this is true, what I've heard, it's like kind of like a zoo almost. Like it's all just this gated thing. There's no gates. It's all wild. It's crazy.
Wow. Dude, and the bears probably like the farmers probably don't mind it because the bears like, you know, they keep they keep the smaller game away, I guess.
Yeah. Like look at it. This shot has
But the
three bears in it.
oh my
Dude,
goodness.
hidden gem. Four
That's
bears,
insane. And
five
there's
bears.
more. There's like
This
a
is crazy.
herd. This is a herd of bears. Oh my gosh.
It
This is
is
like a zoo enclosure. This is like you pull up to the zoo and they're like, "Oh, here's the bear enclosure," and there's like five bears just chilling.
people were
That's
getting dangerously close to
oh
the
my
bears though.
gosh.
I will say. Dangerously close.
Well, because the bears are like, I don't know, black bears are kind of like they're kind of, they're kind of weenies a little bit.
They're a little bit weenies, yeah.
But
Let me
but
see
I mean those Germans like, I mean they have no
if
fear, man.
if you would if
They
you would
they
have saw.
you can't call them cowards. That's one thing you can't
I
call
agree.
them.
Yeah. What hold up. Let me try to find what's my I'm gonna try to find the footage. I have
Yeah.
pictures of like what? They should be on. Hold up. Yeah, but it like I never really liked the Outer Banks personally.
Mm.
This this is the game changer though. That
That
you now
is,
you now have access to like I think I've probably seen five black bears in my life.
yeah.
Like total in Virginia, like probably in my life I've seen five. And
Mm.
I just got over that in a 2 hour span.
That's insane.
It
I
it
never
was
would have
pretty cool.
thought that would have been the place and so close to just so many people. You have all of these black bears and red wolves as well. You have
It's
wolves on the East Coast. That is crazy.
insane. The man, here, I don't know. I can't get on my
W-
computer. We'll see if this works though. Here. It has to be shown. This was a bear from like down the road. Oh, this is not gonna work, is it? Can you see that?
You can kind of see it. Yeah, we can kind of see them. Look at that. Dude, if we had a Jamie here, not a Jamie Lannister, but like a
Yeah.
Joe Rogan Jamie,
It was quite magical, I have to say. That was like, hear me out. I've been to Alaska.
Mhm.
I've seen the grizzly bears there in their natural habitat. That
Yeah.
was a crazy, insane experience. But that also kind of costs, you have to pay to do that.
Yeah.
It's expensive. You gotta take the float plane to get to the bears in Homer, Alaska. Dare I say, this was this was pretty close. Obviously, Alaska's gonna be more magical. This is as
Uh,
close as you can get though to seeing huge wild bears on in the States reliably.
yeah, dude, it is very hard to see bears reliably. I've seen a couple bears. There was a bear in my neighborhood one
Yeah,
time. There was a bear on the campus of Virginia Tech that like it was on there while people were on there and went and hid in a tree
yeah.
and then they tranquilized it and I
Did you
think they
see that
moved
one?
it. I didn't s Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think. I mean, I was actively looking for black bears at Virginia Tech for 5 years. I saw many dead ones on the side of the road. I only ever saw one living one though.
Hmm.
And that was me like seeking them out. I was like trying to find them.
Yeah,
So
the the bear lottery, man. Sometimes it hits, but you shouldn't like try to attract bears by, leaving Skittles in your tent.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just not gonna end well,
No.
you know.
You, you don't want that. You don't want Skittles.
Dude, when
But
I was a Boy Scout and I heard something like, because one time I like slept in a tent with like this fat kid, and he
sorry.
like I woke up and I heard all this fucking rustling outside our tent, and then nothing like but it was just a ton of rustling, and then the next day he like pulled out some kind of like bar, and I was like, you could have gotten us killed, man, or a little
Oh,
spooked.
where were you camping?
We were camping. I mean, it was just like probably like Shenandoah or something like that.
There are still a lot of black bears though.
Yeah, man. And supposedly there are no mountain lions in the state of Virginia. What bullshit that is.
Can I? Why do you say that's BS? I have story.
Because because
I have stories on this.
I mean I definitely believe like with how big Virginia is and how, I mean West Virginia has mountain lions, right? Doesn't West Virginia have mountain lions?
Like allegedly, but like no one believes it.
Dude, and they're so extirpated from West Virginia with no established breeding population in the state. Here, we're looking at mountain lion distribution map.
So,
So say what you have to say about what you've heard.
this is actually a crazy story. In Floyd, Virginia. Okay, that's about 40 minutes away from Blacksburg. Oh, wait, let's look at this map first. Let's look at the map.
So this is supposedly historic cougar range, current cougar range.
Yeah. We're
I
definitely taught that they're like not on the East Coast, right? Would you say the same?
I would say so. Like you know, we are taught that. There's some in
I
Florida. That's
yeah,
that's interesting.
Florida's actually kind of insane. Like they have so many wildlife species. For not having mountains, they have a very diverse. Jeez, mountain lions are crazy.
There's a there was a cat outside today. There's a wild cat,
Mm,
and well, it's not a wild cat. His name is Will Ferrell. He's like our local feral cat. And I went outside. We greeted each other. We see him every once in a while,
mhm.
and he's like super chill. Um, and like yeah, he's the chillest cat ever. And like my dog and him were having a standoff today. But
Did the
it
cat win?
No, dude, the cat won because my dog, he like stopped barking and he acted like that he had like dispersed the cat, but the cat was still there.
Oh, goose.
So the cat showed no fear. But in reality, it's like a neighborhood cat that these people, they have no collar on this cat and they let it roam around without like a collar on.
Oh,
That's kind of crazy to me that, you know. So and he just,
so you're sharing your screen, you know.
I will
We
stop.
gotta read it. To read it. Ripping in the Sistine Chapel
These are my notes. Stoke
has
I
tripping in the Sistine
didn't
Chapel been done?
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine tripping in the Sistine Chapel? Should we just review my notes?
Yeah. Do you want to? We'll come back to the mountain lion point,
We'll
but
come.
let's. All
All
right.
right. So, you ever see people in age and like the ages their bands blow up and you're like, "Ah, shit." You know? Like, "Oh, am I out of time? Do I still have time?" Dude, 'cause it's and then oh my gosh. So I went to the zoo. So how come how come every animal that you see is like um every animal that you see is always like just super antisocial, doesn't want to look at you. It's always like they'll be like, "Yeah, there's a really cool animal in there," and it's just like
Mhm.
curled up in a corner, you know?
Yeah.
I yeah, dude. I was at the zoo and like it was dude, there were so many like cool. It's always sick. It's always a good time. They have this big ass Adelabra tortoise. He's huge and he's like 70 something years old. It's the biggest
Whoa.
tortoise in the world. Um,
What zoo is this?
this is the National Zoo,
DC.
Smithsonian
Okay.
Zoo. Yeah, yeah. Um,
Nice.
do
Speaking,
you?
I gotta say real quick, there's no
Yeah.
mountain lions in the zoo,
No, no, not to my knowledge.
and
There's. I think you just physically can't keep them in a zoo. I think there's certain animals that you can that are like okay, but I think mountain lions, it's just you cannot keep them. You can keep tigers and lions, but I think mountain lions just need to be out.
yeah. In I'll tell my mountain lion story real quick since we're on
Yeah,
mountain lions again.
go for it.
In Floyd, Virginia, which is about 40 minutes away from Blacksburg, for those who don't know, I was sitting outside. It's kind of like a Yoder's. I don't know if you've been to Yoder's. It's like a it's just like a gas station, but it had like lounge chairs and kind of like a place to hang out. So I was sitting on this rocking chair in the front, and this dude who looked exactly like Cornelius from Rudolph pulls up. He had like this big orange beard, and he just looks at me and he's like smiling. He's like opening the door for people. Very nice. We got talking. We talked about ghosts, aliens, all this other stuff, Appalachian cryptids, all of it. He had a farm, okay? Or he had some animals. He had footage of a mountain lion coming in and killing one of his sheep in Floyd, Virginia. Like there's video evidence of it. And then as we're talking, another guy who neither of us knew him, he came and he also had a farm. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too." And then he had footage of his mountain lion. This is happening in Southern Virginia. This is crazy. Like I like doubt when I want to go hiking by myself in the
I
mountains,
know.
you know?
It's
Like
yeah.
I didn't think that was even a possibility to worry about.
I think the it is such a it's overlooked. Like people think that there because there's so many people there, it's like someone's gonna see some shit and they're gonna say some shit, and it's just like, you don't really know. Like there's still very deep parts. There's not like a ton of virgin forests, but there's still like some, man, out there. So,
Yeah,
um,
I'm with you. It's crazy.
you, so do your switching topics. Uh,
Switch it up.
do you, so do you after you wake up from your My Pillow, being on your My Pillow, do you come downstairs and do your parents usually like wake and bake Fox News?
No.
Do they
Wait,
wake and bake it?
what's wake and bake? Like wake up to it?
Yeah, like wake up and
No, no, no.
immediately like throw on the Fox News.
No. It's usually
They-
we're just a Brett Baer family.
You're a Brett Bear fan.
It used to be worse, but now it's mainly just Brett Baer. Which I actually he's fine. He's pretty normal, I would say overall.
Yeah, dude.
The other the other people are a little that's too much for me. Brett Baer though, he seems pretty, legit.
Yeah, everybody else is a little like kooky. Um,
Like everyone else, Brett Baer is biased, obviously,
uh,
but it's like he seems pretty reasonable. Everyone else is extremely biased to the point where it's like I can't even listen to this.
yeah, dude.
Am I wrong? I
No,
feel like
you're
Brett Baer
not.
is
You're
pretty
not
normal.
wrong. And it's like, they don't pull up like I wish they'd pull up more facts and graphs and shit. But they just kind of get a topic and then they just kind of riff off of it. Like
They're freestyling.
they're freestyling. Yeah, man. They do their freestyle Biggie versus Pac freestyle. Except it's like oh, Benghazi versus the Hillary Clinton emails. Like um
Yeah.
it's dude, during their election coverage too, it was like eight people. Like I turned on the CNN one, and it was like a pretty normal, like what you'd expect. And then you turn on the Fox News one, it's like eight people sitting around the table, and they're all yapping. Like that guy who looks like a goblin is there. Wait,
Greg Gutfeld.
no, 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 not Greg Gutfeld. There's this guy on Fox News. He kind of looks like a little bit of a goblin.
He does look like a goblin.
He like I'm probably making fun of a very like he probably his face got messed up in an accident and they're gonna call me a terrible person later. But he's a strange looking dude. And he's out there, he's talking. You got the normal talking heads talking. And it's just it's such a it was such a weird election coverage. And yeah, man, there's not very many good. Like I feel like all of the people who would have gotten invested in mainstream news now just go online and do it. They go on and do like podcasts or whatever. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Um,
I can't even listen to any news anymore.
yeah, dude. And news is like such in the mainstream culture that you can't escape it. Used to be able to escape it. And then
Yeah.
they started putting like I remember on Nickelodeon when before that everything was very like apolitical you only went to the news for politics and then you went out of that and there were no politics. But then in when Obama won on the TV they had on the bumpers between the commercials and the show they had they said the president of the United States is Barack Obama, and it was these kids saying "yeah" in the background, and then they just go back to like the show or whatever. So that's when they started inserting politics into media. Now I have an interesting story if you'll let me ramble, if you're
Oh,
okay with me rambling. Um,
of course.
I'll say this now just because we're talking about it. Uh, so when I was a kid and I was watching Nickelodeon, I love SpongeBob. Um, I would watch SpongeBob pretty religiously, except on April 20th, which is Earth Day. What Nickelodeon started doing was instead of playing the cartoons, they would have a screen that said, fuck you, go outside and play. And that was the entire day. They would show no cartoons and it would be this. And I was like, okay, I'll switch channels. Like, that's fine. The next year, all the channels started doing it. So I was like, I was getting mad, dude. And then I was hearing, Fox News was playing in my house. I was just, I was hearing different people, my relatives, my family talking about Obama, and I was like, I was getting tensed. I was getting all messed up inside, right? And so like people would be like, "Oh, I love Earth Day," and then I'd have my rebuttal. I'd say, "No, we need to drill for more oil," right? But then it got to a certain breaking point, Zach, where I was so mad and I had enough that what I did is I went to my church, which had a bunch of different classrooms with a bunch of um uh calendars in the classrooms, and I went in and I scratched off Earth Day on all of the calendars.
Wow.
And then then I would go and I'd erase Earth Day stuff from the board. I was just anti Earth Day because of that.
Core Earth. Are you still against Earth Day?
Fuck yeah. I hate Earth Day. They took away SpongeBob and they took away chocolate milk. It was ridiculous, man. And did that make anyone else healthier? Did removing the chocolate milk from the lunches, did that make everybody still fat? Everybody's so fat. And removing the chocolate milk, putting in the vegetables did nothing. It did nothing because people still went home and they ate like garbage.
Yeah.
It did absolutely nothing.
When
It's
when
like Michelle could have put her effort into so many other different avenues, but she chose the one tyrannical, fascistic avenue to go down.
what year was did this happen?
Earth Day?
Or like yeah, this whole thing
I
that you're
mean, it
talking
was
about.
during when Obama was president, and I was like young.
Here, let me
I think it was like 2010, 2011, 2012, like something around that area.
let's see. I was curious to see. Okay, okay. So we'll start in 2005. Obesity rate in the U.S. 32 point. Getting this from ChatGPT. Numbers might not be exact, but the general premise is there. 2005, 32.4% of the country was obese. Then what Obama got in 2008, 34.3%. In 2012, 36.5%. 2016, 39%. And now it's 42%.
So it
So it
literally,
didn't help.
it did nothing. It did
I thought
nothing.
I thought it would be. Oh wait. This is I don't know. I thought the obesity rate was like 70%.
No, no. Um, yeah, obesity rate is 42. Yeah, that sounds right. Um, in
Oh
the
yeah.
country of Nauru, I think it's like 70. Like look at that. Look that up. the Nauru obesity rate. It's crazy because those Pacific Island countries, like they import all their food because um they like got a bigger population. They can't do self-sustaining farming anymore. What's the figure you're getting?
It says
Oh
94.5%
shit.
of the people that are overweight or obese.
That's crazy.
People aged 27 to 40 years old have an average weight of more than 100 kilograms with an obesity rate of 71.7. It's high.
100 kilograms. That's like what, like 220 pounds?
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're
They just don't have
also
good
like
food.
Polynesians, they store because like their voyages across, like they've done long voyages across the sea for like thousands of years. And so they built up this incredible ability to store fat. And so that's why Samoans get like so big, man.
Yeah. Where's Moana from?
I believe, ooh, Samoa or Hawaii. I'm not sure.
Like, who's
Uh,
the big guy in that show? What's his name?
The Rock.
Well, yeah, but like the character.
Dude, I don't know, man. I stopped watching Disney shows, Disney movies. Oh, I think it was like I
Polynesian region of the Pacific Ocean is where Moana is from.
yeah, that's so broad though. That
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I stopped like like I haven't seen Moana. I think the last one I did watch was like Frozen, man.
Mm.
I have not seen like the Elemental movie. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen whatever other ones, the Turning Red movie, the movie with the Asian girl about the period. I've not, did you know about that?
I know about it. I also have not
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, dude. And supposedly it has this high rating. See, that's why the tomatometer people, the tomato meter people, they're just like they're 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 crazy.
I
They're
agree.
they're so crazy. They're just like, oh, if this movie checks these boxes, then oh, we're gonna give it above a 90%. And dude, once they remove, I know like eventually they're gonna remove because on Rotten Tomatoes you have the Rotten Tomato rating and then you have the the audience score. And I think eventually they're just gonna remove the audience score from it.
Have you seen the movie The Internship?
I've not. Is that where Robert De Niro's like super old? Is it that?
No, that's a different movie. The Internship is like Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are adults and they get an internship together at Google.
Whoa.
We recently watched that. Anyway, Rotten Tomato score for that is quite high to my liking.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes I mean sometimes they're right. It's they're just so they're very liberal. Um
Oh,
uh
I lied. This is ridiculous. Never mind. Wait. What's the difference between the tomato meter and the popcorn meter?
so the
Is the
popcorn meter is like that's like the people what the people are saying. The tomato meter is like
who who would ever listen to the tomato meter?
that's what I'm saying.
That's the
That's what I'm
dumbest
saying.
thing ever. They think
It,
they're better because they're like getting paid to review movies.
yeah, man, if you're a paid movie reviewer, it's like, dude, get a real job in a coal mine, bro. What are you doing? Start working working like the Russian gulag, man.
this is actually a crime. This is only
W-
51%. The internship is hilarious.
What
It's
what did
quick.
you think of people in high school who did like they did like fake Russian accents? Did you like those people?
But I don't know if I actually met
Did
that
you
many.
did you
Yeah,
think
but
that
I
they were
would say
funny? Like to be funny, they'd start doing like a fake bad Russian accent and you just be like, looks like we're not friends anymore.
feel like I don't know if I ever met anyone that did Russian. I think I was the one doing the Russian accent.
Oh, well, maybe that explains a
I
lot.
yeah, sorry.
Are we gonna have to kick Zach off the podcast? We can't
We'll
kick
see.
Zach off the podcast.
We'll see in the comment. The comments will be
Everybody vote. Everybody vote. No, dude,
yeah.
that the bear thing makes it worth it. You give us the bear insight. You give us the bear news.
Can you do your best Russian accent right now?
I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I'm not gonna
That was a
try,
wise.
dude, because it's gonna be bad and
Okay. Also, I need to share my screen.
yeah.
I just found something crazy. Hold up. Okay. Wait. Wait. How do I share? Sorry, I'm like so stuck in like the other culture. Okay. Am I sharing?
It says you have started
Okay.
sharing
This is
adult.
adult obesity rates, and Tennessee just says insufficient data. Have you ever been to Bristol, Tennessee?
I've
I'm
never
just
I
saying from what I saw there, there's a reason they're hiding Tennessee. It was 99%.
dude,
It is crazy.
that's crazy. They like Greenlanded Tennessee. You ever see the maps in Greenland has it's like Greenland and North Korea. Like maybe they have that shit so under wraps,
Yeah,
you
this is
know,
crazy.
or maybe they've just run out of scales to weigh everyone.
Just what I've
The-
when I went to Bristol, I saw some things. This is just catching my eye. This is from the CDC because we
Dude,
use proper data sources on this podcast.
see, zoom in, zoom into the map again. Like it's very That's one thing, California, man, people shit on California. Look at where California is.
Yeah. It also like has a lot of people too, which is like even better that the rate is low
Yeah.
or lower. There also
That is kind of crazy. They do have 50 million people or like 45 million people, 43.
something also crazy to mention is that
Uh
they put green things here on the map as colors, but there's no state that's green.
it's just a goal for us to shoot for. Like cuz I mean if they put it as green, then people have been like, "Oh, Virginia's green. That means that we don't have a problem."
Yeah.
And it's like, "No, we do. This is relative to the rest of the world, man."
It's, it's quite crazy.
But RFK probably stares at that map every day.
The fluoride's in the water.
RFK is actually doing something about it. Michelle was just like, oh, let's just torture children. RFK's like, let's ban soda from food stamps.
That what he did.
Yeah, dude, or I think it's like in the process of banning like you getting a lot of processed foods from that.
I have a hot take.
What's your hot take?
The speaking as we're talking about fast foods,
Uh,
um, the fish fillet coupled with the Shamrock Shake is a top five fast food meal in the world.
What are you actually eating?
I'm saying, name me five better fast food meals you can get. And when I say fast food, I'm talking like top chains, not like
The the
just three
peach
locations.
the peach milkshake with the pimento cheese chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
I agree. Chick-fil-A, I'm saying Chick-fil-A is better.
I,
Exclude
I I
Chick-fil-A.
do enjoy a Shamrock Shake. I forget about them every year and then they come back. It's like
Shamrock Shakes.
that's the true pumpkin spice latte. Like people are like, "Oh, I love the pumpkin spice latte." It's like, "Well, I've got another few months to wait for the Shamrock Shake, man."
Shamrock Shakes are so good.
Sham Okay, so picture this. You go out with someone, right? Let's say you go out, you're meeting a person for like the first time, maybe you met them in class and you guys are decide like, "Hey, there's this ice cream place, we're gonna go out." And you go there, you order something, right? Some sort of pistachio ice cream, you know, a decent, some a normal person would get. And the guy who you brought with you is like, can I have the brownie with the chocolate ice cream on it with hot fudge, chocolate sprinkles, and chocolate chips? No walnuts to try and give it some masculine energy. No, like three scoops of chocolate ice cream, all this chocolate, man, and nothing else on it. What do you think of that person
Like,
afterwards? And and
they're
and and another one
they're
too,
oh
another
yeah.
one like maybe they throw in like an Oreo cookie in there as well. What do you think of that person?
They are definitely worse than the kids who speak Russian in high school.
Or do you think they are the same
No,
as the
they're
kids who
worse.
speak Russian in high school?
They're worse.
And there's a difference between speaking Russian and the Russian. Like if you speak Russian, you're probably a badass.
Oh yeah, that's
But
really cool. I'm talking about what we were talking about before. Just
yeah,
the fake accent.
yeah,
I
it,
can in a King's Dominion trip that we did as middle schoolers. There was a time where we were in a group. One kid did not have any form of payment, and he said, "Oh, like, can someone pay for me?" So the other kid is like, "Oh yeah, like, I'll pay for you," because we're sixth graders. We don't know much
mhm,
better. The parents give us a $50 bill if we're lucky for the day to spend
yeah,
on yourself and your friends. So this kid is like he got like a 50 or $100 bill, so he had money to spend. We went to Sweet Frog. And you know how little ice cream from Sweet Frog, what like they do it by weight. So it's like what
yeah,
five bucks, maybe $8 if you're really pushing it.
100%.
So this kid was like, "Oh, I don't have money. Like, can you pay for me?" Not to my friend. My friend was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, like I'll pay for you." He gets a Sweet Frog container, every single flavor, every single topping. He weighed it $37.
Bro.
He paid for it and he ate like half of it. And the other kid had to pay for it. I feel like you got to group this kid into what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think we're there's two different um trains of thought at work. There's like the kid who's just ripping off. Like, I was he purposefully just ripping this other kid off? Was he trying to,
No,
or was he just like, my parents aren't here, let me fucking go bananas?
Oh, no, I think the kid genuinely did not have money. I would not say he understood what it meant to like pay by weight. He didn't have
That's so
the
he
conception.
interesting. So he was a little mentally challenged, maybe. I don't
This
know. Or
specific
he had not
scenario,
understand how the world works.
this scenario, no one understood how it worked.
Interesting.
Anyway, that was
But but
crazy. $37 sweet frog.
but that I think both are bad, but I think that the chocolate person is just like they're a very interesting person. You
Like in
you
a good
know,
way.
no. Like in a I want to put you in a lab and study you kind of way.
Mm.
Like I think that they do not understand that it's like, or maybe it's the complete opposite end of the spectrum where they do understand the cultural norms and they do understand like, hey, you know, someone this is going to look a little weird and they don't care. Maybe they're just a complete savage and they don't care. But I don't think that this person who ordered, you know, all the chocolate, I don't know if their situation at home was good. I don't know like what, like something's definitely up. Maybe someone
Something's
had an
going on.
encounter with them, maybe an uncle, you know.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you
I
you would agree?
I agree. The If you had to pick one person to like act as your lab rat and you were going to study them, who would it be and what did they do for you to make yourself pick that person?
Is it like someone we know? Could it be any person?
For the sake of the podcast, let's pick like, someone who everyone would know. A to C class celebrity.
I would say, I mean, right now, definitely, sh- uh, probably like Shia LaBeouf right now.
Yeah, that's
He's
good.
he's very done some wild things recently.
What did he
Um,
do recently? I haven't been following,
he
but I
like
know
fought
he's
a person at a bar, I think, which is like, but I mean, I don't think he did anything like that crazy. I think he's just being a fucking dude, man. Ezra Miller, I would study Ezra Miller. Uh, trying to trying to think of who else I would study. I would study maybe Jon Stewart. I just observe Jon Stewart.
I just want you to take a look at these headlines.
Shia LaBeouf needs serious therapy.
Silas the Buff is scared of big gay people.
I mean,
Also, that's a crazy
listen.
mustache.
I mean, I don't like RuPaul Drag Race that much, but I wouldn't call those people like big.
What do you think on this mustache?
That's, it's very robust,
It
very
is
Red Dead
robust.
Redemption. I don't know. Sometimes I like seeing a little upper lip. I haven't seen my upper lip it's probably been 2 years since I've seen my upper lip. I have not seen my upper lip in a long time. Maybe I'll shave my beard for the podcast
Can you not see your upper lip right now?
because it's covered with hair. Oh, not my
I
upper
could.
lip. I mean like not my upper lip, but like this part
Oh,
between
yeah.
my nose and my lip.
I
Like
understand.
But I also like I used to think that was cool to have kind of a big mustache that like went below the lip. And but now it's like I just can't tell what expression you're making. I can't tell if you're angry at me. I can't tell if you're excited. You just look the exact fucking same. It looks like you have no emotion. It's like
Oh,
you look at the
ghost.
Amish people, you look at those people in Dagestan. Yeah, I can see their emotion. I can see if they're happy or upset or, but if you got that big ass mustache, you're living your hipster lifestyle. I don't know what kind of emotion you have.
I'm with you.
Would you?
Also, sorry, something threw me off. How? Where's this light coming from in your room? Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. The way your light lamp looks, it looks like it's the window, and there's like
Oh,
beaming in sun rays. So I was like, how is the sun still out where you are? But I understand.
yeah, dude.
Sorry.
I moved to the West Coast. I moved to Portland, Oregon,
That's that's how it goes.
because I'm collecting the poop for a for a festival.
Okay. Are you going to Dagestan with it?
No, 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 no. No, we're gonna all like put it in the town where I live. We're all gonna gather up in the center of the town.
Heck yeah. Nice. Did you know in
Uh,
Poland there's a holiday where they like all the schoolgirls go to the middle of the town and then the teenage boys beat them with sticks?
Sign me up.
I swear this is real. Stick
Back in the
girls.
day, I would have loved like imagine just getting because you can't say it's very tough to say a girl is bullying me. That's a very tough thing to say.
Yeah.
But if you have like a female bully and you could just go nuts.
Well, this
It's not bad. See, you can get away with anything if you just make it a tradition. You can get
exactly.
away with anything.
Dingus Day. It is observed on Easter Monday. Involves boys throwing water over girls and hitting them with willow branches. I I'm just the messenger. This is happening in Poland.
Well, like I bet they do it kind of like softly now. I bet it's like a ceremonial thing. Like they're not actually going hard with it. It's just kind of like it's like a
Look,
soft, I'm gonna lay
look.
it down.
You know when that lady climbed the Aztec temple? It was because the Polish tourist hit with stick after climbing famous Mexican temple. It wasn't because she climbed it, it's because it was Dingus Day. You remember this lady?
Is this? Oh, I
This is
do remember that lady. Yeah.
this is the Daily. How does the Daily
But
Mail?
what was it because of the day? Was it because of the Dingus Day?
I'm just saying, Polish tourist is clubbed over the head. I no, I'm sure it's because she climbed the thing,
Oh,
but it could all be related. Also, this is the
wh-
Daily Mail's website. Look at this. This looks like a scam advertisement.
I know, dude.
Look look at this. How is
Th-
this? I didn't.
the
Is this real?
Guardian, they're all the same. It's just these crazy ads.
That is insane.
That's like a NASCAR car full of advertisements.
That's I I don't read the Daily Mail, so that's the first time I've
The-
ever been on it. You saw it here first.
So would you rather send your kid 2 years to Dagestan or 2 years to live with a tribe in the Amazon jungle?
Um, from a realistic perspective, I'm choosing Dagestan.
But
I
like
think
but like if you could like get like Paul Rosali to, or is it Rosalie, to go and
no,
like instruct
like
your kid in the ways of the Amazon.
I think I'm still choosing. If you go to Dagestan, like you now, you can fight anyone.
Yeah,
You're
but
taught. You're like what? Okay, I go in the Amazon. What does the kid learn?
kid
How to
learns the
make how to make a fire. Like that's cool, but like okay, matches are a thing now.
yeah, but like
Like
I
why would
I
you?
I feel like the Amazon kid would definitely like he would get some diseases that would make him stronger. I think it's he
Or
would learn the
die?
ways. He'd probably do like DMT down there. He would definitely like learn the ways of the tribe, like spear fishing. He would make a fire with sticks, with just sticks and no matches. Like,
Yeah, but like
but that's pretty
why?
cool.
It is cool, but if someone comes up in the New York subway and is gonna fight you, like making a fire with sticks doesn't really help you there, does
Well,
it?
he's
But
not
if you're
going,
from Dagestan, you're gonna mess the person up.
but he's gonna but you put that person from Dagestan in like a different environment, you know. You put them in an octagon, like yeah, they'll kick people's ass, but it's about the environment, Zach, you know. Like the kid in
What's
the
he supposed? Is
Amazon
it?
is he's
Are you put?
adaptable.
No, he's not. Like okay, if you put the kid who lives with the Amazonian tribe in like a Deloitte sales job, he doesn't even know how to pick up the phone. The Dagestan guy will fight his way for the sale. He's like everyone's
Dude,
getting
he's gonna have like no social skills.
yeah, yeah, but it doesn't.
Buy my
But
product.
that right there, simple and clear to the point. That's what I'm talking about. The
Interesting.
Dagestan guy would like name me a successful person from the Amazon right now. Zero. You can name me zero.
Well, they're all successful.
Name me one.
We don't know their names because they keep a low profile. They're all
Name me a
successful.
name me a single person. Zero. Name me what I can name one from Dagestan. Actually,
Who
I
would
don't.
that be?
Is Khabib from Dagestan? I
Khabib
think
is
he
from
is. Okay,
Dagestan.
but there's all kinds of crazy people from Dagestan who seem to be in their cells think they're successful.
Because I don't know, because like that, this is like a further kind of question about, um, how would you raise your kids overall? What's the ideal way to
I would
raise your
probably.
kid?
I think I would put them all in an Amazon jungle thrive.
Yeah, dude. I think, okay, so here's what I think about like raising. I think the best way to raise my kid, I'm gonna hit you with this. You get a kind of Downton Abbey style manor. You're like kind of
Mm-hmm.
close to a city, but you're like in the woods enough to where they can kind of have like a little creek, a little stream.
Yeah.
You know, you let them play in the dirt. You have like you bring like different scholars to like teach them. You get Kyle to be the music scholar. You get like a jujitsu scholar. You get like a gaming scholar.
Um,
Teach them the different ways.
I like
Um,
that. Or
yeah,
at what point do they stop? Or do they not? They just live on the house the whole time.
they don't live on the house the whole time. I don't know, because I was just kind of watching Game of Thrones and I was looking at like the Stark house and I was like, man, how do I raise my kids like this, you know?
I think access to like nature is important. I like the having a river is important.
Yeah.
I think if the beach or the river has wildlife, you don't necessarily need the mountains.
Mm.
Wildlife is preferred though. I think everyone should be obligated to kill a chicken in their life.
Yeah, I think you have to know
I've
what it's like to take a life.
I've never done it, but I feel like I should. You know, guess how many chickens are killed every year?
How many chickens are killed every year?
91 billion.
I didn't know there were that many chickens on Earth.
Yeah,
I guess that
91
makes
billion.
sense.
I mean, like, how many chickens do you eat, you think, a year?
91 billion.
Maybe the Samoan people
The Samoans, yeah.
or the Nauru, the island, they have all the
What if
chicken
there's
or
like
not.
chicken inflation numbers?
That's what I know
There's just a secret stockpile of chickens that they kill that make it seem like we're killing more than we do.
how it goes.
How many of those go into dino nuggets? What percentage? What percentage of them?
75%. I
What
nuggets are amazing. Or
what
Dino
percentage?
nuggets,
What percentage go to Costco rotisserie chickens?
probably a good chunk. Costco has good rotisserie chickens.
Yeah.
I have to say, they're pretty good.
All right. Um, what's your closing thought? You have any closing thoughts?
If you were a flash drive and you open up the flash drive and there's three folders, what are you naming those folders? It's like you are the flash drive.
Ooh,
And you're like hidden in a box like underneath your box of stuff under your bed and then someone finds it. He's like, "Oh, what's this?" Plug it into a computer. There's three folders.
I would say gaming, pooping, and Roblox.
Nice.
What about
Which one,
yours?
if you were gonna organize it by time, what one would be the most recently updated?
I would say um probably pooping.
Nice. Nice. Uh, this is good to know. Thank you.
What
Thank you.
what about you? What would you have?
The flash drive would be blank. I don't give personal information out.
There you go.
That's what I got. That's what I got.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. See you later.